Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing good today. Well, today I would like to talk about the Kunekune and the American guinea hog pig. So if you're not for sure, maybe you're thinking about getting pigs and you don't know what kind to get or just what it entails, to have one. I'm going to share with you what I have learned after raising them for 3 years, which isn't a real long time, but everything that I know about them. And, just let you know the good and the bad about having these on your small homestead. Now, normally I am a gardening channel, and because I do believe that, chickens and rabbits and pigs, they really do go hand in hand with gardening. They benefit each other, and in fact, it's not so much what I plant, but it's how much I plant. It is because of the animals that I have. So if you're new to the channel, thank you very much. I do appreciate you taking your time and watching. And if you check out some of my gardening videos, and please consider subscribing. I really would appreciate it. And as always, it is free. So for this video, I'm going to let you know I have a Kunekune boar, and I've got an American guinea hog sow, and then I've also got some Kunekune guinea hog sows and some babies that I'm going to show you here. But for the purpose of this video, the only difference that I can see between the Kunekune and the American guinea hog is the Kunekune was bred, and it is more of a grazing pig. And I really have noticed that, especially with, the crossbred younger ones that I have, that they do feed more on grass than what an American guinea hog does. And an American guinea hog it's a lard hog, but it was bred to be a foraging pig out in the woods. And it has a really cool history. Check it out sometime. But they were bred in this country for the southeast states, the Carolinas, Georgia, things like that. So other than that, I really don't see a difference in taking care of them. They're really pretty much about the same. So let's get into some of the good things about having these on your small homestead. Okay, so one of the things that might make somebody worried about getting pigs is they do kind of have the reputation for, being mean, biting, attacking people. These American guinea hogs are not like that at all. Right here is my boar. He is a full Kunekune, but he's just friendly, and I've never felt, threatened by him or anything. And he is probably around 200 pounds or so. So for that breed, he is a decent size. But they really are tame. You spend a little bit of time with them, I even picking up the little babies and stuff, I have never felt threatened by any of them. So if that's something that's kind of worried you with these breeds, it's pretty good. Now, let me show you him again, because this is something that pigs have a bad reputation for also. And that is rooting. Now you can see, his snout, it's not real long. And they just don't have a long snout. Now, that's not to say that they won't root, because they've got out of the pen and they have tore my yard up, and they will root. But compared to a bigger pig like a Duroc or one of those, they don't root near as bad. And you can see, here's the pen. And it's not all tore up. There's plenty of grass and stuff that, they do eat. The only place that is kind of tore up is right over there. But that's where I feed them. And so I kind of see that. So they are better. They are going to root, but they are better than other breeds. Now, I'm going to show you my little babies here, because these are about a week old. And this is another great thing about these pigs. So we got 2 playing here. Altogether, 2 sows had 8, and they're just so cute, and I really enjoy, watching them play and stuff. But the mothers of these will actually help each other with the nursing and everything. I mean, it is they just do a great job. They're not all good mothers. I've had to call them, because they just wouldn't take care of them. But when you get one that is a good mother, I was always hesitant about getting pigs because you hear about farmers, they got to put them in a farrowing house and separate them and all this. I don't do any of that. In fact, it's probably better if I just stay away and they'll decide where they want to have them. The bigger pigs, even my boar, I've never seen him get aggressive with any of the piglets. And they all just get along really good and work together. So if that's something that's kind of made you hesitant, what to do when they're going to have babies and stuff, they pretty much take care of that themselves. Now, I'm going to get into the last 2 things, and one of them is good, and one of them is not so good, but you need to understand this before you decide to get these. So, here we go. So, they are a very social animal. It's really, if you're going to buy them and raise them, you really want to. Even if you're just going to raise them to butcher them, they just don't like being alone. It's almost mean to have just one pig, unless you're going to spend a lot of time with it. So that is a concern. Now, the good thing about these is I butcher these myself, okay? They don't get real big. Again, it doesn't matter, Kunekune or American guinea hog, probably the biggest you're going to see one is about 250 pounds. So what that means is I can butcher them myself. I don't need a lot of equipment, just the basic stuff, and I can do all that by myself. So I couldn't do that with a 400 or 500 pound pig. Okay, so that is really, really good. I mean, for a small farm, rather than having to, take it out and get it butchered. Now, here is the bad thing, and this is something you're either going to have to deal with it or don't get these pigs. They take a long time to get up to size. The smaller black ones that you've seen on this video were born in June. And the little bitty ones, they were born a week ago. Now, they're usually, at least the ones that I have, they've usually always been born in June. And so, because I butcher them myself, and because I don't have a walk-in cooler or anything like that, I have to wait for cold weather. So in order for them to be to a decent size to butcher, it's really going to take at least a year. But because I got to wait for cooler weather, I actually wait until December or January. So I'm feeding these things for 18 months before I can butcher them. So that there is an expense there. Now, it doesn't get any better because you really don't want to feed them, corn and things like that build up, weight fast, because I think I said it before, the American guinea hog is a foraging pig. They actually bred it to be a lard hog, and you do get some really great lard off of it, so that is another benefit. But if you just feed it corn and things like that to put on a lot of weight, it's going to just turn into fat. So, I feed mine alfalfa pellets and, beet pellets and things like that, stuff from the garden. This time of year, every day I'm giving them something to eat. So that, you really do have to take that into account before you decide to get these. You're going to have, a lot of time in them before, you can butcher them. But for me, they are just a perfect little homestead pig, something that I can take care of, and they are a true joy to raise. Well, that's the video. Let me know what you think. And you know, again, this was not an exhaustive list of, you know, good and bad about them. So if you have something to share, please leave it in the comments. Well, you guys have a good night, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it helps. I'll talk to you later. See ya.